about 15 or so miles northwest of world-famous Miami Beach as we are set for football at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens. This crowd a few minutes ago stirred into action at the side of their Dolphins emergency Rock Stadium tunnels, and we're ready to go as the Dolphins get set to match up with the Cincinnati Bengals. This is Jakeem Grant. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Throwing now, Burrow on first down. Got a man open, it's Chase. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series, they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Burrow will throw. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They're passing here. And the Dolphins rush gets him. Down he goes. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards. So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. They'll set up a throw. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. This defense for the Dolphins, they were very solid last week in the victory over Baltimore.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 44-yard line. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. They go play action with Burrow. That is caught by Josh Oliver, the former San Jose State Spartan.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. Open man is Chase, complete. And he'll be pulled down, and now a late flag will come with it. And that's in the area of a face mask, I think. So now after the face mask penalty, here's 1st and goal. After the penalty, it's Mixon. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed. But they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Call it a gain of a couple. The defense stiffening here. It's 3rd and goal. Burrow going to keep it himself. And I don't think he got there. No, they stop him right where it all started. Burrow going for it on 4th. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. He tried to keep it himself, but can't stretch his way in. And on the opening drive of the ball game, the defense comes up with a goal line stand. It's Tagovailoa from his own end zone. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. So another on-target throw, and that last one, Charles, going to put him up over 5,000 yards passing out for the season, and that is not an insignificant number.
Indeed it is not, because this is not a big list, and most of the guys on it, Drew Brees, Peyton Manning, Tom Brady, Dan Marino, they either are or will be Hall of Famers. And that's something you have to get ready for defensively, because in today's NFL, teams will use their wide receivers on jet sweeps, end arounds. They'll move them back in the backfield to make them running backs. Partner, this was much more of a tap pass, but effective nonetheless.
And I think both guys love it. If you're a quarterback, it's an easy completion. If you're a wide receiver, you get the easy reception and also a chance to try to make a play with your feet.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
Now the former Washington Husky, here's Myles Gaskin. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now a handoff as they run left side. And nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. No score after 1 on EA Sports. So a 3rd and 10, and defensively, a dime look, 6 DBs. Tua going to throw. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And he is going to have the Dolphins 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another 1st down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A big play there for the Dolphins.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but man, his first step is so quick too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, But also, when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast, the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
7 yards to pick up there.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he could break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. 2nd and 3 with the ball sitting on the 5. Looking to pass. Tua. The quick slant caught. Touchdown, Dolphins. Jalen Waddle. Touchdown number 15 on the year. And the Dolphins go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
It's Logan Wilson there to bring him down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's a give to Mixon. And very little daylight there. They'll get a couple up to the 44.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Now it's Burrow. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable 3rd down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
Burrow going to fake to Mixon and now look to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well, and they took the shot downfield. They were more than prepared for that one.
And all the way down to the 22-yard line. It's a big play there for Miami. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Hands it off out of the gun. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Play action. Now it's Tua. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And the Dolphins are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover it before he gets going?
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. Tua, fast pass outside, complete. Touchdown! A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins are able to grow their lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it's now 14-0. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. To return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
The incomplete pass. Here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Quick slant caught by Chase. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. Now they go play action now. Burrow. They'll roll him out right. On the run. He'll let this go deep right side. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A big play that time through the air. 32 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now. 1st and 10. Burrow's throw taken in here by Chase. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
From the red zone now, here's Burrow, 1st down. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. Sanders on for the extra point. And it is now 21-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Now Burrow on 1st down. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. Now back to throw. He's got his tight end. It's Mike Gesicki. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Give him 19 on the play, but they will still come up a bit short. And now it's 4th down. Jack Fox out to punt here on 4th down. And now on 4th and 1, it's a fake. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Burrow. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. And the Dolphins are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. And, Charles, it seems like sometimes when you fall down early, there can be a tendency there to try and get it all back in one fell swoop. And that time, that thinking leads to an interception.
And I believe you brought up a really good point there, Brandon, because you try and force plays, right? You try and get all back in one shot, just as you mentioned there. And you know you're going to need some big plays to get back into the game. But ultimately, you really can't force what isn't there.
Both teams likely making their final adjustments before the second half. So, time for us to go back downstate to Miami and rejoin Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Now, the first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's Tua. And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a first down.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Tackle made that time by B.J. Hill.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Tua. That's to Waddle on the quick slant. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 44-yard line. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary. Figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
On play action, here's Tua. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up 4th down. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. That also a career-long kick for the veteran, Charles.
Yeah, how about what he just got done there? We always knew he had a big leg, but how about everything coming together perfectly on that one? Great leg swing, and bang that one through.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. That one tipped, and it's incomplete. Good hands there defensively at 2nd down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Meanwhile, Burrow's throw taken in by Slayton. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there. Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Burrow looking to pass. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Carl Joseph. And the Dolphins are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. Things just kind of continuing to unravel for them here in the second half. They take the shot downfield, but this defense once again up to the task.
Well, this is where you think about the old phrase, desperate times call for desperate measures, because they've got nothing on the scoreboard, and they're just trying to get something, anything to go their way. But in this case, they turn the ball over.
Oh, look at the juke. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
This is just more of the same. This defense has had no answer on a lot of these throws. They've let these receivers run wild, and here's another completion for good yardage.
On first down, it's Samuels. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. Second down.
That was a pretty good job defensively to hold him to a 2-yard run, but I've got to think this offensive line, they're asking their quarterback for a different type of a run, one that they rely on, one they have confidence in, one they feel like they can block.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Tua. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Eli Apple. And the Bengals are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
Burrow on play action. That ball caught by Slayton. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
And time to give some credit to the big fellas, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
Throwing now, Burrow on first down. Oliver, the tight end, making the catch. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line.
But look what we have here, a sustained drive, and that was certainly AWOL in the first half. They really struggled to try and move the football. But right now, they certainly seem to have the formula working. Let's see if they can keep it up.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Now Burrow. Going right side, he finds Slayton. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. And Burrow going to throw again. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. Darius Slayton, touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Bengals are able to get a score back in the final stages of this third quarter. Zach Taylor's made the decision. They'll go for 2 here. And Burrow's going to look to throw for it. And the Bengals are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this third quarter. 1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Another catch there for Waddle. Now the ball comes loose, and the Bengals grab it, and his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the 4th. They will throw on first down with Burrow. Finds his tight end Oliver here outright. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down.
Good yardage on the completion there. And when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly.
And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. Mike Gesicki, his 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Bengals use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. So a big play coming up for the Bengals as they'll indeed go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. And they're going to get the 2. It's caught. So they get the conversion, and now we're back to a one-score game. So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Now, Charles, of course, you got to remember, last possession they fumbled. It led to a touchdown. One-score game here. Got to be careful.
And this is where coaching and training really comes into play, doesn't it? What does everyone say after an error? Next play, move on, next drive. That mantra has to come to the front. They've got to take care of business right here and act like the last series just didn't happen.
2 and now on first down. That's complete to his running back, Carter. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on first and second downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
He's going up top for Taylor, and he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is up to 15 now. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
And boy, another ill-advised throw there as that will wind up incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Burrow. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Mike Gesicki, his 2nd TD of the game and 18th of the year. And the Bengals are able to cut into this lead. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. They'll look to throw. And he'll get in as they're back within a score now. The lead's down to 7. And that almost makes it a brand-new ballgame. Now it's a one-score affair after they get the 2.
And you have to know they were holding their breath on the 2-point play because they had to have it to get it within the range that you just talked about. Dialed up their 2-point play. It worked. Now they're feeling like they've got a shot at this one.
Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
On 2nd and 11 now. Tua. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Trey Hendrickson able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 14 yards, but they're still well shy of a first as that leads to 4th down. Here's J.K. Scott now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Bengals will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
40 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
1st down. Here's Burrow. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And he's got a 1st down as he's going to be taken down. But a very nice pickup there just in front of the 2. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get your reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Mixon with a 1st down carry. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back 1st downs. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Here's Burrow. That's complete to Chase. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point, you have to have a splash play in there as well.
To throw, Burrow. On the right side, open is Gesicki. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Again, it's Mixon. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. This goes out wide for Mixon. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. That's what they need right now. Get the 1st down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
On first down, Mixon, and nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now Burrow. That is caught at the 7. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. And this ball is caught. It's a touchdown. And now in the final seconds, they're a PAT away from likely getting this thing to overtime.
Yes, sir, that touchdown puts them in striking distance, and let me tell you something. Forget being conservative here. Go for it. Go for 2.
Well, going for it on the road. Want to win it right now.
Want to win it right now. Have the momentum. Go ahead and get it done.
11 MT tank. 11 MT tank. Ready? Lights up. We own this.
Mike, 55. Check 55. Mike. Yo.
Stop.
Throwing, Burrow. And he's going to go down. He's sacked before he can get rid of the football. And they remain down by a point. So looking at this situation, you should have time for the onside kick and then at least one play. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Down to an Eagles Tua, and that should just about do it. But, Charles, we saw a comeback bid fall just a little short, but give them credit. They were able to hold on, withstand that comeback, and ultimately win it by the slim margin.
And bottom line, when it's all said and done, they don't ask you how much you won by. They just want to know, did you win? And that they did.
So for Miami, they get that important 10th win to finish the regular season at 10-7. And that is maybe not exactly what they were hoping for, but a better-than-average season nonetheless. Meanwhile, for Cincinnati, they suffered just their 4th loss all year to bring the final mark to 13-4 overall. And as division champs, they will host a playoff game next week in the wild card round.